What's the downside of being a capable person? You're stuck. Think about it. Most people would ask themselves, can I handle it? But that's the wrong question. When you're capable, you're able to figure out solutions. You're able to withstand your challenges. You have the emotional capacity to be uncomfortable long term. And if you can, why wouldn't you? You're not a quitter. Fine, you're not a quitter. Then you'll never hit a wall high enough to knock you down and force a change on you. Sounds like an advantage? But what if you're building your life, your career, your relationship, and it's doing you more disservice than good? You're capable of making it work. You have the skills, you have the emotional capacity. But instead of recognizing that it's time to move on, you need a royal kick in the ass, something that goes against your values to say, I'm out of here. You're still not a quitter? Fine. But then you're asking the wrong question. You're not questioning the situation you're in. We've agreed that you're making it work. So you're asking, how do I make it work? And you're capable, you'll find a solution. But how good that solution is, if it shouldn't even exist in the first place? Imagine your kid coming to you for advice, actual or imaginary. If you knew exactly what you know right now about the situation you're in, and they were exactly in the same place, what would you tell them? The perspective slightly shifts when we're thinking about the person we deeply care about. You'd tell them to get out of there if it wasn't serving them. But your capability does serve everyone else around you. Your boss? Oh, he adores how capable you are. The problem no one knows how to figure out? You'll figure it out. You're the only one staying 30 minutes more. You're the one fixing somebody else's mistakes. Everyone's sick, you're there. You're sick, you're there. Maybe everyone else is just taking advantage of you always being there because you're so capable. They can go live their lives, they can clock out at 5. Can you? It's not just work. Your friend calls with a problem and you need to find a solution. They're depending on you. So you drop everything and try to organize the rescue party. Doesn't matter that you had that doctor's appointment. You can reschedule. Instead of being capable, dependable, you're becoming irreplaceable. And when you're irreplaceable, oh, good luck saying no. Suddenly you're the bad friend for not dropping everything. You get the, okay, well, I figure it out. Well, they were depending on you. You tell your boss that you're not working after hours? You're changing the rules. You're the bad one. And no one asks why you need that change. You're capable. You're handling it. That's usually the thing about being capable. You make it look effortless. You're always on time. You're always composed. Nothing can get in your way. So no one asks if you need help. You clearly don't. We ask people who are struggling if they need help, not people who overperform. If you're on top of your game, you're fine. But you're not. you're the most exhausted and overwhelmed person in the room because you're so capable. You're so busy taking care of everyone else's needs that you don't even have a second to figure out what you want. Everyone needs you. Does it mean that everyone else's needs are your own? That would sound logical. And that's exactly what happens. Your boss, your friend, everyone has a goal they need to deliver. And someone will deliver it. And that someone will be you, because you're so capable. But just because you can doesn't necessarily mean that you should or that you want to. But you have to compensate somehow for all that giving. So you quit on yourself. Not intentionally, but every time you make a decision to do more, to do what you don't want to do, you quit on yourself. And then you're wondering why you're falling apart on a couch on a random evening. Nothing dramatic happened, right? Right. But 1,000 non-dramatic things did. All because you're capable. And capability obviously isn't a bad thing. It can make our lives so much easier. But it starts becoming a problem when you use it as an explanation for making choices that don't serve you anymore. It's extremely rewarding to know that you can. And we wear it like a badge of honor. But maybe instead of the proud "I can," it should be, should I even bother? Imagine what would happen if you redirected all that capability onto yourself. If you met a version of yourself from 10 years from now, would they thank you for staying or scold you for taking so long to be capable for your own benefit?